Welcome to the old Lumens channel again. I finally got my copy of the SupFire M6. Okay, I ordered it supposedly directly from SupFire, but it is not from SupFire. We'll discuss that in a moment. I just got it today. It took less than 10 days to get from Hong Kong to here. That's not too bad. This light is one that's been very popular on the forums. It's a 3XML, and I ordered this one with the XML U2s in it. Now, on the side of the light it says that it has T6 X3 in it. Don't know if if originally it might have just had XMLs in it, but I got it with the XML2s in it. My initial thoughts, I'm just going to sort of go through what I see. I know reviews have already been done, but initial thoughts for myself, the finish is very well done. I don't see a lot of nicks, scrapes, and damage anywhere. In fact, I only found one area, and that is on the tail cap, where you can see some nicks that were actually done before the anodizing took place. Okay, so that was anodized right over. So it was done somewhere in the machining or handling process that they were done. The light is comparable to a King as far as size, an SRK, Skyray King, but it's done in black, of course. Very nice finish. The Kings are usually a coarse outer finish, and this is very smooth. This is also knurled on the body and knurled up here on the head. This knurling is really cosmetic. It's done very well, but it's just cosmetic. It's not going to keep this thing from sliding. It's not going to keep it from sliding out of your hand. So I would prefer knurling that actually did something that gave you a grip, but this doesn't really give you any grip at all. It doesn't give me any grip anyways. The light came in a box that was well padded, and it came with just a light and a lanyard. I probably would never use the lanyard. First of all, it's like a lime green. I can't stand the color. Secondly, it has plastic ends on it. Okay, and I'm not going to go for that either. There's quick disconnect, and it has the little camera strap style end loop that goes in the light itself, that goes in the hole here in the tail cap. But that's just fishing line that's been covered over with cloth or with a wrapping, and I sure wouldn't trust that anyways. So I wouldn't use the lanyard for anything, but it comes with it. Okay. The first impressions of the business end, it does have 3 XML2s in it. They look, just from color, they look like they're probably going to be about a 6500 to 7000 K. The reflector is very nice. I do not see a lot of inclusions in the finisher reflector. One thing I noticed with a lot of reflectors that come from overseas is that they weren't done in a clean bath, or a clean atmosphere for final finish on them, and you'll find dirt and dust embedded right in the reflectors. That's not the case with this one, and it seems to be done very well. It has a glass lens. It might be coated, but from right now, I would say, if anything, just a plain coating. It's certainly not anything fancy. It's a stainless bezel, looks like, and the other fittings look like they are aluminum. Okay, this is there's a fitting here for quarter 20 for using it just like a camera would for putting it up on a tripod, and I'll never use anything like that. I wish that wasn't there, but it is. There's your button for turning it on and changing modes. That also looks like to be aluminum. But if you listen here, you notice it doesn't sound like a Skyray King at all. I mean, this is quiet. I mean, very quiet. The threads have obviously been lubricated, okay? Also, they are a really nice cut thread. They're not a square thread, but they're really cut really well. I was amazed when I took that apart and I didn't get any noise out of it at all, but it has been lubricated. The tail cap actually also comes off. I don't know if I might take it out all the way. What the heck? I'm going to tear this whole thing down anyways. Now that wasn't lubricated. I wouldn't expect it to be lubricated. Here's your back plate, okay, with your 4 springs, and that's screwed down to the body and the tail cap itself. I don't see any lube there, and like I say, I wouldn't expect it, but I'm glad that it doesn't have a lot of, you can hear the grit in that one. You can hear the grit right there, so that needs to be cleaned up. But I'm glad that it's not glued in place. That'll help a lot. There's your, of course, your 4 springs for the negative post, your 4 18650s in parallel, okay? All right, here's your driver end. This is the center ring that is for your positive connection. That I'm really going to look at because I know that that's going to be a great wear ring. It's going to take a long time for it. It'll never wear out. But if it's just made of steel or even brass, it's going to be a lot of resistance in the system. So I'm not going to like that too much. I'm going to want to change that out. Then there's a brass outer ring here that actually holds it in place, and you have 2 screw holes to be able to get in there and twist that out. Like I say, overall, initial thought is, this thing's really very well done. Really nice fit and finish. It's a step above a lot of lights that I see. So in that respect, I'm really happy with it. I haven't even turned it on yet. I got to turn it on and check it out. I'll do that and get back to you here in a minute. Okay, I have 4 of my Panasonic 18650s in it, and we'll turn it on here. Yep, that's got to be high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. Okay, and there's off. So high, medium, low, strobe, and SOS. On high, it really is, to me, just from looking at it the first time, it is brighter than a King is. Okay, so I bet you it's pulling more amps. I'm going to do an amp check on it. Fairly impressive, not bad at all. I mean, for a light. And now let's see here real quick, because okay, it looks to me like, and I'll have to play around with this and see, it looks to me like right now you'd have to cycle through all the modes to get it to shut off. I'll see here, maybe if you hold or something. Yep, there we go. Okay, so if you hold for it looks like about 3 seconds or so, it does shut off. I was worried that it would have to cycle through the modes, and I'll try this on low, and we'll shut it off here on low, and we'll see if it comes back on low. I want to see if it had mode memory. That doesn't look like low to me. Okay. It doesn't look like there's any mode memory, which I sort of wish it did. But it does have as 5 modes. Usually SRKs are 2 modes. So I'll be doing some amp draw tests on this thing to see what it gets, and I'll be doing some tear down and some measurements, and I'll probably do that with just photos to do on a thread at BLF. So anyways, first impressions, yeah, for the money, well worth it, and you don't even have to mod it to have a nice light. It seems like I'm going to take it out in the dark and play around with it a bit. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, just to go back and give a little addition to this here. This light, as I said, I went to what I thought was straight to SupBeam, or I mean to SupFire to buy this. When the light came boxed up when it came in today, the box said SupFire on it. All the tape that wrapped around it said SupFire on it. The address, however, had nothing to do with SupFire, and I'm thinking possibly that it's a distributor that works with SupFire, sort of directly to them, you know. Or maybe they've just they just have a different name that they use for shipping, but I kind of doubt that. I'm betting that it's probably some kind of a distributor that may, probably handles a lot of different things but works directly with SupFire. Anyhow, I did amp draw tests on this. I used one of my 20R batteries, which I know will draw 10-12 amps straight out if I need it. I'm getting a rock steady amp draw between 7 and 7.5 amps. So, we're going to say we're a little over 7. We're not quite 7.5 amps. That's respectable. That's not too bad. I was surprised that it would draw that much stock from the factory. I thought it would be less than that, but again, I haven't read everybody else's reviews. I guess I don't pay enough attention on the forums like I should. I just sort of go off what I see. Anyhow, that's about it. I mean, I will be doing something to mod it. You know me, I can't leave the doggone thing alone. It's nice and bright. I think for the average person, you wouldn't have to do a thing to it. Just put some good batteries in it, since it'll draw that many amps, and have fun with it. It gets warm really fast, which I expect when you're drawing that many amps on a very small head like that. Even though that it's got some mass to it, you're still putting out a lot of watts out there. So I think it's a real nice light for anybody that wants to buy their first triple. It'd be a good light. Not super expensive. It was $42 shipped to me. Not too bad at all. All right, that's it. Thanks.